So I'm gonna walk y'all through everything that I had to do to fix this. Starting at the sump pump. So down in here is my sump. That's the original sump. And it works off this float. So when this float comes up, then my original sump goes on. But when my original sump goes on, it goes up here, and as you'll see in a minute, it goes out. So what I did to keep it from pumping out of here, I went and bought just a little drop-in sump, set it in the bottom. My wife did this part. I gotta give her credit. So I set it in the bottom, ran a garden hose, and I'll show you when I get out, through a vent in the glass block, that little shutter vent in the glass block. So that kept this from pumping up. And yes, I live in a very saturated area. So this pipe right here comes from underneath my house. And when it comes, water just underneath my house. Those people who know what sump pumps are, they know what it is. But for some of you people that don't know, water just sits underneath the foundation because I'm in a saturated area. So, like I said, this pipe goes up, 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 and out. So now I'm outside. So, like I said, I ran the garden hose to that secondary sump, and I'm gonna leave that down there as a backup because sumps be real active out here. Garden hose, and it's, as you can see, it's just dripping a little bit out now. But over there in my neighbor's yard, that's from the rain, and then this is from my sump. Like I said, we just in a real saturated area. I got well water in the front. So over here, had to dig down probably about 2 feet, 3 feet. Don't quote me on that. 2 feet, because I think that pipe is 30 inches. So had to dig down. You saw the earlier pictures. It was a Jimmy rig job. I think I did a little bit better. I hope I did. I'm not a professional. Back here is the pipe that comes out. So I showed you that on the inside of the house. So I glued that together, and it got a little wiggle in it, a little play, it's supposed to, and replaced all this. Down there was the problem. Somebody put 6 inches of pipe in between this pipe and the 4-inch that goes underground, I assume, to city water or city sewage. And it basically, the glue came apart, so it was leaking from the top and the bottom of that. But I put a 4-inch coupling on there, reducer, so 4 inches at the bottom, catches, and then 3 inches at the top. New pipe, new T, reducers, elbow out. Whoever did this, I actually had to buy a threaded adapter. They just had it slid in the old one. But then that goes into the hose, and you see the sump looks like a black snake sitting there floating. So for whatever reason, my sump pump can push out and go into that hose, or push out and go into city water. So a couple hours worth of digging, or an hour or so worth of digging, probably about $50 worth of pipe, whole bunch of mud, and my hands feel like sandpaper. My wife didn't want me to touch her last night. Well, I had to use the shop vac to continuously pump this out because the ground is so saturated, it kept filling back up. So I had to use the shop vac to keep pumping the water out so I could do the work. And it was dark and it was cold last night, so I didn't glue this last night. I just did it today. It's about 60 degrees. I think it's gonna go up to 70 today. So I wanted that to dry. And then I'll plug the primary sump back up and see what we got. See if we got any leaks.